A very good evening and welcome to News Watch on Hope TV. This 22nd of December 2020. We're coming to you live from 28 Valley Road with the latest updates. My name is Tony Omoni and our sign language interpreter is Boniface Murithi. Let's begin with our top story tonight. Now, as Kenyans enter into a holiday mood, the government has warned that breaking road rules and curfew laws during the holiday will result to serious repercussions. Inspector General of Police Hilary Mutyambai has said there will be heightened patrols on all roads nationwide to ensure compliance is maintained. At the same time, 5,000 police officers will be deployed to man roads and highways and will impound any unroadworthy vehicles and drivers who breach speed limits. Our reporter Mark Kimondo begins our bulletin.
As Kenyans continue to prepare for the Christmas holiday this coming Friday, the government has announced heightened enforcement of COVID-19 regulations as well as crackdown on rogue drivers PSVs during this festive season. Speaking during a press conference at his Jogoo House office in Nairobi, Inspector General of Police Hilary Mutyambai has warned road users that there will be heightened patrols on all roads to ensure safety and compliance is maintained. He noted that any motorist who will be found without a valid driving license will spend their holiday behind bars.
As the festivities begin, we urge all road users to take precautions towards their own safety. On its part, the government will continue with the nationwide law enforcement operations, increase highway and air patrol to ensure adherence to traffic rules.
Over 3,500 people lost their lives to road accidents as of December 13, 2020, which is a 9.4% spike compared to the same last year. With this, drivers have been cautioned against carelessness on the roads. At least 5,000 police officers have been deployed to man roads and highways across the country as Kenyans go into festivities.
Other stringent measures targeting drivers will be employed to ensure compliance with various laws and regulations. These measures will include fleet speed monitoring, road driver checks, license validity verifications, route compliance, short-term license, and night travel license.
On his part, NTSA Director General George Njau reiterated that officers manning roadblocks this festive season will be strict against excess passengers in public service vehicles. Njau has warned members of the public not to board any PSVs, defying COVID-19 directives from the Ministry of Health. On COVID-19, the IG confirmed that authorities will be keen to arrest people violating COVID-19 regulations during the festive season as one of the ways to prevent the spike of the disease. For those who are used to night parties during the festive season, business will not be as usual as the curfew will be enforced strictly, with everyone expected to remain indoors by 10 p.m. Last week, the Inspector General urged all police officers on leave to resume so as to beef up security during this season, attributing his order to usual insecurity cases witnessed during Christmas. Mark Kimondo for Hope TV, Nairobi.
Former Nairobi Governor Mike Mbuvi Sonko has called on the relevant authorities to investigate the death of Machakos Senator Boniface Kabaka. Sonko, who was publicly speaking for the first time since he was impeached last week, claimed government operatives were behind the death of Senator Kabaka, demanding thorough investigations be conducted into the legislator's demise. On his impeachment, Sonko, who blasted a section of politicians, alleged that senators acted on orders from above to eject him from office. He was speaking at the burial ceremony of the late Machakos Senator Boniface Kabaka in Machakos County.
President, Mheshimiwa Acting Chief Justice, Party Leader Wiper, Mheshimiwa Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, Speaker Senate Kenneth Lusaka, waheshimiwa wabunge, maseneta wote wale nimepeleka nyumbani wako hapa. Na Wakenya nyote hamjambo. Mimi nitaheshimu kanisa. Tumeambiwa tusiongee siasa, lakini kwa sababu marehemu rafiki yetu alikuwa mwanasiasa, lazima tumshindikishe na siasa kidogo. Hebu kwanza nianze kwa kusema familia wakiongozwa na maido wale wawili, watoto wa marehemu. Mimi siwezi sema mimi kama former governor wa Nairobi, tunaomba Mwenyezi Mungu aiweke roho ya marehemu mahali pema peponi. Kwa hiyo wakati mgumu mnapitia, tunaomba Mwenyezi Mungu awapatie nguvu na awapatie matumaini. Na pia ningependa kuambia familia, marehemu Senator alilala hapa. Alikuwa rafiki yangu wa karibu sana. Alikuwa anatembelea nyumbani pale Mua. Tulikuwa tunaonana kwa ofisi yangu sababu yeye alikuwa ni wakili, tumefanya kazi mingi pamoja. Na kifo cha marehemu isikuwe mwisho wa uhusiano wetu na familia. Kama kutakuwa na shida baada ya hapa, mimi kama former governor Nairobi niko tayari kusimama na familia, kwa sababu marehemu amewacha watoto wengi sana. Na mnajua baada ya kifo cha marehemu mambo mingi hutokea baadaye, challenges za kimaisha, mambo ya kishetani, watu kukosana, lakini tunaomba Mwenyezi Mungu asiwafikishe hapo. Lakini mjue mimi kama Sonko nitasimama na familia. Ile ingine, Bwana Spika, mimi naheshimu maseneta wote, mlifanya kazi yenu ya kikatiba, na sasa niko mahakamani. Sitaongea hiyo maneno hapa, nitapigana na haki yangu ya kikatiba mahakamani.
Away from that, Mombasa healthcare workers have marched to Mombasa Governor Hassan Joho's office seeking his attention over their grievances as healthcare workers' strike enters week 6. The irate health workers have faulted the governor for failing to address their issues. Led by their Secretary General Peter Maroko, the workers vowed to continue with their strike, saying they will not sit for any negotiations if their 5 months' dues are not paid in full. They've also told off Health CS Mutahi Kagwe, asking him to find a lasting solution for the medics.
So far, our members, especially those who are earning their salaries from Cooperative Bank, KCB, are still getting messages threatening them that their salaries or their accounts that have money are going to be frozen. And so far, Cooperative Bank has been able to freeze all accounts of our members and drained all the monies that was in those accounts. In fact, our members are really in trouble because they cannot meet their daily-to-day expenses they usually incur. They can't pay their bills, they can't pay their rents, they can't even have money to pay as fares to come to work. And therefore, we are calling upon this to the county governor of Mombasa that this strike will not stop here. Even if today the court grants them an order to make us go back, we will not be able to go back because, one, he has infringed on our rights. He has not bothered actually to address any of our issues. It's unfortunate that patients are going through a lot of untold suffering, and it's an issue that is painful because those patients are our relatives who are suffering at home. But however, this is the responsibility of the government to ensure that citizens of this country get the best attainable health care, which is the responsibility constitutionally. It has been given to the government. So all the taxes they collect are meant to ensure that the citizens get services they require.
There is a law that protects the employees of this nation. You cannot infringe the rights of people because you feel you are above the law or you are an appointee of the executive. We want to remind them none is above the law. And we have followed the law to the latter. We follow the law in serving the strike notices. And they're not there to solve our issues, but they're there to intimidate us. Sisi hatutakula vitisho. Raundi hii tumesema lazima kieleweke, na hapa Mombasa lazima katambe. Let them offer solutions to the issues in Mombasa. Tukishamalizana na hiyo, tutaendelea na ile ya national kwa sababu we are here to strike.
As schools prepare to reopen in the next 12 days, Jamhuri High School, which is one of the most populated schools in Nairobi, has announced a raft of measures to ensure students study in a safer environment during the COVID-19 pandemic. Speaking to Hope TV, Jamhuri High School Principal Fred Owor said the biggest challenge facing the school is congestion. According to him, the school is currently constructing 9 classrooms to ensure social distancing is observed.
We have both boys and boarding with about 70, we can say 60% now boarders and 40% are day scholars. And the school, as the demand for boarding has been increasing tremendously. In 2017, when I came, we were only 120 students. In 2018, they moved to 360. And in 2019, there were 520. This year, the boarding facility, the boarding boys rose to 700. So you can see out of the 1,200 students that we have, so you can see that the demand has really gone up for boarding. And as a school, for us to compete favorably, now that we are an extra county school, then we must have boarding facilities that are standard in terms of this, even the COVID-19 pandemic situation. And therefore, the board of management and the school embarked on having a boarding facility, which was mooted back in 2018. And in the beginning of this year, we started the construction of the boarding, which when it is complete with the 3 floors, currently the number of students that we have is about 1,200 students. As I had said earlier, with about 700 of them being boarders and about 500 day scholars. It is tough, but by the time they come back on 4th, we are going to be able to have the water points, fixed water points in place. Fortunately, we have boiled water, and therefore it should be easy for us to maintain that, to be able to have the water running in the various places. Of course, we have a congestion, no doubt, in the dining hall, so we will have to use outdoor because part of the dining hall was also turned into a boarding facility.
So, to just put it in perspective, what the alumni are doing currently is, one, we are looking for all ways of coming together, okay, by way of first giving ourselves as members, where we are actually contributing as members by either giving small contributions to become members of the Alumni Association, and that money, the funds that we are getting, either when you are a patriot or whether you are a member, that small contribution is actually going to help either in bursaries for the needy students, but the bulk of it is going to the school dormitory.
Karibu, karibu.
A middle-aged city woman has denied charges of stealing 1.7 million shillings and a Huawei mobile phone worth 30,000 shillings from a Kenyan after she allegedly spiked his drink. Beatrice Mweni Mbiu is alleged to have administered a harmful drug on Richard Nyasamba Wanyonyi while they were hanging out in Mombasa. The charges against Mbiu were read during the mention of her case before Shanzu Law Court's resident magistrate David Odhiambo. According to the victim, Richard Wanyonyi began experiencing difficulties in breathing before he became unconscious. In a police statement, Mweni is said to have stolen Wanyonyi's phone and transferred 1.6 million shillings from his bank account. Following her arrest on Saturday, 28 November 2020, after being on the run for several weeks, Mweni admitted to sharing the loot with 2 more suspects who are in her company and are still at large.
Umeshtakiwa kwa kosa la wizi kinyume cha sheria. Maelezo ni kwamba mnamo tarehe 8 mwezi wa Septemba mwaka huu hapo Drips Club Bamburi Mtambo, kaunti ndogo ya Nyali, Mombasa County, wewe pamoja na wengine ambao hawako mbele ya mahakama mliba shilingi milioni 1.574212 kutoka kwa NCBA Bank account number 6437360023 na simu aina ya Huawei Y9 2S
Moving on to COVID-19 statistics. Now, the country has recorded 154 new coronavirus cases after testing a sample size of 3,262 in the last 24 hours. The total number of confirmed cases in the country now stands at 94,768. Of the new cases, 141 are Kenyans, while 13 are foreigners, with 104 being male, while 50 females were confirmed to have contracted the virus. On a positive note, 162 patients have recovered from the disease, with 133 coming from the home-based care program, while 29 have been discharged from various hospitals across the country, bringing the total number of recoveries to 76,222. At the same time, 3 patients have succumbed to the virus, bringing the cumulative fatalities to 1,647. An elderly woman in central Alego Ward, Siaya County, is pleading for assistance to fund a corrective surgery on her hand. Teresa Adepo Ombago, who is living with disability, broke her arm while trying to avoid being hit by a vehicle. She says her world crumbled in January this year when she landed in a ditch while riding a tricycle. Narrating her ordeal, Adepo said the accident left her with multiple fractures on her left arm, making her unable to ride the wheelchair.
Nilikuwa tu kwa hii gari mimi natembea, nilikuwa naenda nunua dawa kwa duka wakati ya saa 12:30 hapo. Sasa kutoka kwa compound kuingia kwa barabara na gari nyingine ilikuja juu na gari nyingine iko nyuma. Sasa kuna culvert nyingine nilikuwa nataka niende hivi niingie kwa hiyo culvert ndio niwachie hawa barabara. Ndio kabla sijafika kwa hiyo nilifikiria nimesafika, kumbe nilikuwa sijafika, ilibaki ya distance. Ndio ninaingisha, nimesapata matibabu kwa ara tangu zamani, mimi nategemea mimi mwenyewe. Na sasa hakuna kitu mimi naweza fanya. Na nyumba mimi na kodesa, sina family, sina mahali yoyote ya kukaa. Ni hiyo biashara ndio nilitegemea, ninatumia na ninapata daije ya kukaa tena ya kulipa nyumba. Kwa hivyo nilikuwa natamani mwenye anaweza kumsaidia nipate pesa ya kupata ile motorist wheelchair ya kutumia. Hiyo naweza saidia mimi kutembea mahali yote naenda, nikishakaa naweza kutembea pole, naenda hata kwa biashara yangu hizo ndogo ndogo. Mimi nimefanya kazi ya ufundi ya nguo, lakini sasa hivi siwezi kufanya kazi ya ufundi ya nguo hiyo. Tena ninafanya kazi ya handcraft. Na hiyo handcraft sasa siwezi kufanya. Kwa biashara ndio naweza jaribu kufanya pole pole, kitu naenda toka enda kutoka hapo mimi narudi pale kwenye nilitoka. Kwa hivyo nilikuja tu hapa kuripoti kama naweza kupata usaidizi ya hospitali hiyo, na tena usaidizi ya kupata hiyo motorist wheelchair inaweza saidia mimi kutembea, sababu sasa hivi ninakaa tu kwa mlango. Hakuna kitu mimi nafanya, na wenye kupatia mimi naye sina watu wenye iko well fixed kabisa. Iko na brother mbili na moja ndio mwenye alikuwa fundi ya kujenga, lakini sasa hivi mgonjwa iko chini, hakuna kitu anaweza fanya.
Right, with that story, let's take a short commercial break on News Watch. We'll be back with business news. Stay with us.
What comes to your mind when you think of the perfect home for your family? Is it the beauty, the comfort, the security, the convenience, or even the affordability? Victory Gardens offers exactly that and much more. It is just 10 minutes drive from Kitengela town and 3.8 kilometers off the tarmac. This gated community project comes with solar street lighting, Maram roads, beautiful trees, 24-hour security, and water connected to every plot. Call us today on 0790 300 300.
Are you planning the most important day of your life? Paradox Systems Limited offers you exclusive and cost-friendly wedding packages featuring the following executive services: executive chauffeur-driven services, fuel-inclusive rates, free man guarding services for 5 hired vehicles, motorbike police escort, customized number plates, wedding decor and car decorations. We also provide prime wedding venue consultations and live band performances. For enquiries and bookings, contact us on 0708 292989 or email us on infoparadoxlimited@yahoo.com or visit us at 3rd floor Parklands Plaza in Westlands.
A little more than 50 years ago, a group of cooperators came together to plant a seed. From these strong roots and with God's blessings, that seed today is a strong big tree. The Cooperative Bank has grown to serve not only the needs of the cooperative movement, but also by helping unlock new and creative opportunities. Today, the Kingdom Bank enables the development, growth, and prosperity of a rich diversity of Kenyans in all their aspirations across the beautiful landscape of our great nation and beyond. Through innovative products, harnessing new technologies, and striving to meet and exceed the needs of our customers in a fast-changing world. And even though we now serve the needs of more than just the cooperative movement, we take a lot of pride in our roots. We are the Cooperative Bank. We are you.
Join John Carson every weekday as he takes us on a journey through the Bible.
Whoever shall seek to save his life, if you go back to living for yourself, you're going to lose it. But whoever shall lose his life, give up his life for my sake, he shall preserve it.
Enjoy interesting, knowledge-packed, yet simple teachings through his humor and in-depth understanding of God's Word.
The last people that tried to put God in a box, literally, he rose again. He wouldn't stay in their compartment. If God was small enough for me to figure out, he wouldn't be big enough for me to worship.
Tune in to Hope TV for John Carson every 10 p.m., 4 a.m., and 10 a.m. weekdays on Hope TV, where you look and live.
Welcome back to the broadcast. The giant telco Safaricom has announced that it has trimmed M-Pesa transfer costs by up to 45% ahead of the end of the waiver on free cash transfers below 1,000 shillings on January 1st, 2021. According to Safaricom, the new tariff reduction will affect more than 90% of all customer transactions when sending money. It will now cost 6 shillings to send between 101 shillings and 500 shillings, down from 11 shillings. Transactions between 1,501 and 2,500 shillings will cost 32 shillings, down from 41 shillings. All transactions of 100 shillings and below will remain free. The price cuts are effective 1st January 2021. The move is aligned to directives by the Central Bank of Kenya, CBK, which required mobile money operators to submit new pricing structures that are reflective of the new principles, including transparency, fairness and affordability. And Farmers Choice Kenya has announced that it's scaling up the use of advanced technologies within its existing agriculture ecosystem to enhance productivity, ensure food safety and quality, and reduce waste. The move by the 40-year-old company has been informed by their quest to adopt sustainable farming practices, including increasing the adoption of cloud solutions to improve food quality and security. Flora Kinuthia, CIO Farmers Choice, says the coordination of all activities in Microsoft Cloud Solutions gives the company unmatched visibility over the entire life cycle of meat production, allowing it to respond to supply and demand changes proactively. And according to Eric Muga, the senior database administrator at Farmers Choice, the cloud-based solution helps to streamline the information flow between all departments, making vital data accessible to all users, starting from the initial data capture on the farms. Cyton Real Estate, the development affiliate of Cyton Investments Management PLC, has handed over the third phase of its 5 billion shilling flagship project, the Alma. The real estate developer has delivered this phase of the project in just under 2 months after handing over phase 2 of the same. Speaking at the handover ceremony held at the Alma in Ruaka, chairman of the Cyton board and vice chancellor at the University of Embu, Professor Daniel Mugendi, applauded the project's progress.
Kenya and Africa at large face the twin challenges of rapid urbanization and an acute housing shortage, which have been further compounded by the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, resulting in unprecedented pressure on housing supply and urban service delivery, as well as contributing to the increase of informal settlement and the related developmental challenges. I am happy that today we are handing over houses that talk directly to our strategic objectives of maximum use of resources and creating integrated and sustainable development.
Our differentiation is that we want to provide you a place where you can feel good about being at. You don't have to leave this place for you to feel like you have your lifestyle. As soon as you get in at the gate, in terms of picking your milk and bread, you'll have a commercial center. If you want to keep fit, there's going to be a gym and aerobics studio, and again at the end you can take a tour and see exactly where they are. Essentially what we really want to deliver is a place where people feel that they have differentiated comprehensive lifestyle. I always call Alma as Nairobi's foremost comprehensive lifestyle community, and we think that is the place or the direction for us to go as an economy.
Right, that story brings us to the end of our bulletin tonight. Thank you so much for watching Newswatch. I'll now leave you with a story on home-based care, of course featuring Faith Maranga, who contracted COVID-19 and was placed under a home-based care program. She shares her journey of recovery. Do enjoy the story. I'll see you again tomorrow, same time. My name is Tony Omondi, and our sign language interpreter has been Boniface Muriithi. Have a good night. Kijana wewe, kwa nini umenifanya nisome news na